Let's check out the Patrick Bet David podcast. I like to check out my good friend. Some call him PBD. If you are close to him and familiar with him, here's Tim talking about, we got to check out Andrew Tate thing. If you guys are familiar, Andrew Tate, who 6 months ago, he did a live thing. This is a political hit job. Tate's lawyer exposes the media narrative. Hell yes. Hell yes. So Andrew Tate, he ran a business which mostly involved getting, I think, 11-year-old boys to mail him their parents' credit card information. That seemed to be his thing. And then he had something called Hustlers University, where he would tell you to do drop shipping, which is, I think, less profitable than, again, getting 11-year-olds to mail you their parents' information. And he was arrested in the United Kingdom. He has a weird accent because his mom was American and his dad was a piece of shit. I'm presuming. Maybe both his parents were nice. Maybe the mom was the problem. I have no idea. But his dad was British, and so he grew up between America and Britain. And he was in Britain. He had a short-lived career as a kickboxer. I haven't seen any of his fights. Let's see if we can see an Andrew Tate fight right here. Was he any good at kickboxing? What was the deal? Kickboxing highlight. All right, this is what he looked like back then when he had hair.
Kill. I don't do this for fun. This is not a sport to me. I don't enjoy it. I hate training. I hate fighting this. I was born for this. I have no choice. I'm in there to kill. That's it. Pain. That's all I know.
What about your last fight tonight? What's going to happen?
I don't care. Put someone in front of me.
This is an Andrew Tate thing. He lost his last fight. I think he must have lost most of them. Can we talk about Tate's women wear? We can. He is. So Andrew Tate, who we recognize him as a woke queen, has said many times that having sex with women is in fact not fun and you shouldn't like it. He has said it's actually gay to enjoy having sex with women. It's a big thing about him bragging about not enjoying the thing he's doing, which is like, you can just like not do it. You don't have to, or do it. I don't know. I don't fucking tell you what to do with your life, buddy. But like, you don't have to announce that you don't enjoy it.
Put someone in front of me. That's all I have to say.
Okay. That's all he has to say. Let's see this fight right here.
This fight. Everyone's been looking forward to it.
Very twinky. Can we agree? Never trust a twink.
Anticipation takes me. Not going back to straight line, Julie.
I mean, the decent blocking. I don't know.
Yes, he is. He's not good.
Was he like a fucking ultra featherweight or some shit? Okay, okay. He's not even doing like cool moves like that guy. I don't know, but I am coming into this. He does seem like an unhappy man. I'm coming into this with preconceived notions because on one hand, I don't like Andrew Tate. On the other hand, I do kind of admire Andrew Tate's grift. How pure he is about not giving a shit about anything. I do find that endearing. He doesn't care.
Just taking a hook and a
Okay, so he seemed like a largely unspectacular fighter.
Right
Didn't do a lot there. Let's see. Andrew Tate having sex with women is gay. Let's see what we can find here. Andrew Tate, men having sex with women is gay. Well, that I agree with. Andrew Tate says it's gay. Oh, this is the left. I don't know what any of this is. Let's watch this right here. Who's that?
Hey Bears, Eric here. And in this video, we're going to have a little bit of fun with a lowercase f. Okay, just a tiny bit of fun. We're going to watch a clip.
Oh, I don't like this guy. I don't like his whole fucking vibe.
From Andrew Tate. Now, I found it on Twitter over the weekend, but obviously because of the holiday, men having sex with straight women, video clip that we're going to be watching, says that straight men dances.
Yeah,
sex
get to the clip.
Can be adults in their right mind. It's just...
Can be. Now, not many people know you have no chance of having a child from the sex. That's as gay as sex can be. Now, not many people know you can have gay sex with a woman, but now I've just informed you.
The only way you can have...
Honestly, there is too much going on. I completely agree with all of this. But you know what? Andrew Tate, I'm not on your side on everything, buddy. It is true you can have gay sex with a woman. In fact, all the sex I've had with women afterwards, I was like, that was fucking gay.
gay sex with a woman as if you're another woman. Get it? I get it. Makes sense.
The gayest thing a man could ever do.
True.
I'm pretty sure the gayest thing a man could ever do
that's pretty good.
is have sex with another man, because that
Let's
is
look up like Andrew
essentially what being
Tate
gay
best
is.
moments or something.
At the most
Andrew Tate, best of Andrew Tate ultimate TikTok
I always
compilation.
park in disabled bays. I'm not.
I always park. No, we're not watching this. Nothing against it,
I
but
always park in disabled bays. I'm not
Hell
a bad
yeah.
person, but I'm a quick person. Most people are slow and stupid. I'm fast. There was no turd people in wheelchairs trying to use this space in those 45 seconds to me to buy this.
it's bad how bald he is. Some people can pull off bald. He looked so much better with hair. Didn't look great with hair, but the bald is fucking tough. I love this where he just goes like, it's okay for me to park in a disabled spot because I'm going to be real quick.
So no one loses. The last time I took one of these spaces, someone goes, "Excuse me, are you disabled?" And I replied, "I'm excellent."
Okay, I kind of like Andrew Tate. All right, I'm on Andrew Tate's side. He's great.
Their face was like,
Motherfucker definitely looking like Gollum. Definitely a Gollum ass looking motherfucker.
Breathe air. You don't need a vape. Have you ever seen anyone with a vape? Have you ever sat in a room? We go, wait, let me just go. My vape's done charging. Load it up. I mean, I smoke cigars, but I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I got to be honest. Oof, that chin. What chin? Secondly, listen, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan, but we just call balls and strikes around here. Vapes are stupid. He is right about that. Vapes look real fucking stupid. I do like how unpolitical Andrew Tate is ultimately. I'm sure he's like endorsed Trump or something or like whatever. Every Karen thinks that accurate. But in a certain way, he is completely not. He clearly doesn't really give a shit. Same way Clavicular. Remember that guy who was really obsessed with, you know, looks maxing and all that shit. And I think Clavicular, what he is, the internet and gender equality in a way has brought the kind of, you know, beauty standards that young women have had to deal with for many, many years, has brought it to young men now. And Clavicular has that. Just, you know, a profoundly autistic, kind of stupid guy who's really into lifting weights. We bless his heart. But they tried to get him. Like I heard Peter Thiel was funding him, which might be true, might not be. I don't know. But regardless, they would bring on all these shows like Michael Knowles and they'd be like, so clearly you're going to vote for, you know, JD Vance over Gavin Newsom, right? And he'd be like, nah, Gavin Newsom's a beta. Or no, JD Vance is a beta. Gavin Newsom, alpha. He lifts weight. Like he just is so completely devoid of politics in a way that's purely right wing, because he's just like, I don't know. I believe in alpha and money and parking in handicapped spots and fuck you. Like that's his politics. And I respect it.
Give me a big fat cigar. I'm risking cancer to look like a mafia boss. Fine. I'm not sitting there smoking cigars and going, I can't believe this is bad for me. No, like these fucking vape bullshit children. And what kind of parent lets their 16-year-old vape anyway? If I had a 16-year-old son, he's like, I got a vape. Get the fuck out of here, vape. Do some push-ups. You ain't got time to vape. You got to do push-ups. You ain't got time.
not have son.
Sure. So I don't think Andrew Tate is stupid. He is purely a grifter.
Who are too busy buying NFTs and saying, oh, I made a little bit of money and have skinny little arms and go to crypto conventions. I mean,
Okay, buddy. It's not like you're fucking got some goddamn Schwarzenegger in the early 90s ass biceps, okay? Also, he always does this. He buys pants that are slightly too small, short, and doesn't wear socks. It's a weird fashion thing. He is not an attractive man. Clavicular, you know, I'm not into dudes. I'm really straight. I crush pussy. Don't worry about it. Clavicular's a good looking guy. He works out. He's in shape. He looks good. Andrew Tate doesn't even seem to be in very good shape. He's super fucking just scrawny and sinewy.
dorks. I will not have nerd as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat. Imagine one day you're sitting
See, that's funny. He's very funny.
in Paris, you're sitting there having a fucking coffee, and terrorists roll through with AKs, and the person next to you has their brains blown out. You're gonna stand there and be like, waiting to die like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, bang, oh, I've seen that before. Okay, boom, boom, duck and dive and take one terrorist out. Next, get the AK, go Rambo. I don't play games.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Andrew Tate. You know, I think maybe we need to do this with Australia. Maybe all the people that currently live in Australia, they go live in New Zealand or other way around. Either way, we combine those two countries. His body is just as feminine as the clothes. He is a twink. I think he's asexual in a way. I don't think he really enjoys or desires sex. I think he hates women, has no interest in sex, but recognizes that it's funny to have gay sex. But anyway, what I think we need to do is take the island of Australia or the island of New Zealand, whichever one, maybe New Zealand. No, New Zealand's where everyone gets to live because that's prettier. They did all the Lord of the Rings there. But regardless, we take all of Australia, and if at any point you've ever claimed, like, I'm going to go fucking John Wick on those terrorists, dude. I'm going to go fucking, dude, you got no idea, man. The terrorists roll up here. I'm going to get my AK. Kablam, kablam, kablam. All those guys, we put them on this island. Then we take a bunch of ISIS guys and go, yeah, they're a bunch of non-believers. And they said that, you know, Muhammad has a big fat retard boner, whatever. And we put them on the island. We film it. We release it to theaters. I'd watch it.
My flight's delayed. It's no big deal. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Do you have salt?
Yes, of course I have.
Perfect. But when
Okay. I don't know why that made me laugh. Do you have salt? That appeared to be a baguette. Gonna salt his baguette.
my flight delayed, it's not like when your flight delayed. I'm not with a bunch of peasants in a peasant holding area with a tiny Starbucks somewhere in the corner. No. My flight's delayed. We just have our meal early. KFC.
Oh, it's KFC. Motherfucker, why are you salting KFC? That's the saltiest ass shit in the world. Also, that's so, but this is the point. He doesn't actually care about health or fitness. He's just trying to appeal to 12-year-old boys. And 12-year-old boys are like, I do love KFC and I hate girls. So this works for me. Also, I bet he does not own a private plane, nor is he even renting it. It's probably one of those services where, like, for a couple $100, you can have an hour in a private plane that's parked. People do it for influencer photo shoots and shit like that. I'm going to guess that's the situation here. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is a talented grifter. Maybe he made enough money off 13-year-old boys mailing him their parents' credit card information. I don't fucking know.
I'm not going to eat, obviously. Obviously. This is what powered me to world championships. Nothing's going to change. Thank you very, very much. Just sparkling water.
For your safety, I strongly suggest you do the same. Get all your friends around. Call every friend you have right now.
That's a great idea. You should call every friend you have, what is that purse? That's a good question. He is so beautifully feminine. Call all your friends and demand they come to your house. Why? Well, we're doing a murder mystery.
Invite them over for a party. They all turn up and pour out sparkling water. Hey, everyone, let's have a glass of water together. Water can't hurt anybody. We're all probably dehydrated anyway. What's the worst water can do? Let's have a nice glass of water, and everyone's going to drink it. When you see that one dude, oh, there's bubbles. Never speak to him again.
What? Is that? Okay. I mean, honestly, I kind of agree with that. If you have a friend who doesn't know what sparkling water is, maybe, you know, your network is your net worth, okay?
Color? Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, what color is your Bugatti?
I don't think it's how you pronounce it. Bugatti? Bugatti? Is that what he said? I don't know. Water. That's the thing. He has such a weird fucking accent because he was raised between America and Britain. And so, you know, I was not. My dad, as a fellow crossbreed, much like Andrew Tate. In that way, I'm similar to Andrew Tate. But I was raised, for all intents and purposes, entirely in the United States. We go back to the UK for like little vacations and to see family and shit like that. But entirely the United States. And also, I don't have whatever brain tumor he has that makes him talk like that. Bugatti.
Oh, fuck off then.
I come home. My 4 wives are sitting there.
Also, who the fuck smokes cigars anymore? It's not the 80s. Stop. Cigars suck. I'm the only one brave enough to say it. Everyone's been pretending to enjoy cigars just because The Sopranos was good. I have more testosterone in my left nut than Andrew Tate does in his whole body. That is true, but to be fair, you have been injecting HRT directly into your left nut. So, you know, that explains why it's weird and swollen and purple. You might want to go see a doctor, actually. I'm the only one brave enough to say cigars kind of fucking suck. All right? You take a puff, And it's like, well, this is like a cigarette, but not good. And, you know, you inhale it and I don't know. Cigars are stupid. No one should like cigars.
They've seen on the news there's a new deadly contagion. Andrew, you need to wear a new deadly contagion. I pick up my sword.
Is he gonna say he fought COVID with a sword? Because, you know, I'm gonna say, why were we giving these vaccines out to people when everyone knows it makes you trans? We should have just had a fucking sword. Have you ever had a rum-soaked cigar? They are pretty tasty. I'm gonna say Andrew Tate is the only one who shouldn't wear a mask. You can't cover that beautiful face up. Can't say that I ever have. I've also not had rum since I was, you know, whatever, like 22 years old. Way too sweet. I'd have a cigar again. Last time I had a cigar was with my girlfriend's super fucking Dago Italian family up in the suburbs of Detroit a few years back. And her uncle was like, hey, I have a cigar over here. And I like, you know, and I was like, I know this kind of sucks. I'd try anything. I don't give a shit. Give me a cigar, put a dick in my mouth. I don't care. I'll do anything.
I am the commander of this house.
Absolutely.
I decide if there's.
So this appears to be a $5 plastic toy sword that he bought at, I don't know, whatever the Romanian equivalent of CVS is. I cut a virus in half with my Damascus seal sword. Absolutely.
I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on air. I had a girlfriend who was
He also at one point forgot that he was talking to a virus and just go in the kitchen and cook. You want the COVID-19 to cook you dinner? It can operate the microwave. I only eat Hot Pockets.
Vegan. I didn't know she was a vegan. Unfortunately, I found out. She said, oh, I'll never cook meat for you. I said, look, well, I'll be honest with you right now. We're going to end up splitting up because you're living in my house and I'm paying the bills. If I want steak, you're cooking it. That was a good 2-hour argument till she eventually cooked the steak. Of course she did. What's she going to do? Lose me? She cooked the steak. She sat there. She pretended she was upset. 2 weeks later, she's eating meat. I converted her. I fixed her. One person at a time, I'm going to fix the world.
This is the reality.
So, I mean, obviously that's made up. I do love a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger saying he can smoke cigars whatever he wants because he's badass. He is badass and he rules. And maybe the only Republican I like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Love Arnie. Big fan. Listen to his audiobook, which he reads himself, which is great. In the beginning of it, he's like, I'm recording this in my home studio, which is next to my home zoo. And I have llamas come in. Fucking rules. You need to listen to his audiobook. The only good Republican, he actually did a good job as governor of California. Listen, did he speak at the 2004 Republican National Committee talking about how we need to invade Iraq harder somehow? Sure. But nobody's perfect. Come on.
You're some fat dude. And you just had a heart.
I am some fat dude. I haven't had a heart attack yet, though. But we'll see how long the stream goes.
I don't really know you. I mean, if you're a really good friend.
Wait, but if you do know them, they aren't? That's the trick to surviving a heart attack? Having Andrew Tate know you? I gotta make a phone call.
No, not even if you're a friend. You better, if you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Go ahead, a heart attack. Get the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Go hospital late. Have a drink. Cigarette. Cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking have a heart attack. You a pussy. None of my friends would even have those kind of problems because I don't roll with fucking little bitches.
There was an alternate timeline when Sylvester Stallone was governor of Florida. Well, I mean, I'm not 100% convinced we're not in that timeline now. He might end up governor of Florida. Honestly, good luck.
But if you're some dude I don't know.
But the thing about it, and this is I realized, because I also read a book, and now I forget the name, but why is my girlfriend calling me right now? Yes, honey? Yeah, I got your text, dude. Yes, my window in my office is closed.
Did you open any other windows other than our bedroom?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the air so it's cooler at night.
Okay, well, sleep tight, honey.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Well, you don't gotta tell me, all right? God, I hate women. I'm 100% on Andrew Tate's side. Oh, yeah, but this book that I read, and I forget the name of it now, but, and by read it, I mean I listened to it on audible.com, so I can pull up my Audible app and see what it was. But it was about, no, it's not there. But it was about all the action stars of the 80s and 90s and all that stuff. Single Asians in my area want to meet you? Hell yeah, dude. Congrats on that. I prefer Asians with a bunch of partners. I'm looking for a polycule to join. But they talk, and the thing I really got from this book, Schwarzenegger was an incredibly smart, incredibly competent guy, but he was a businessman first and foremost. He wanted to make money. Stallone, for better or for worse, was an artist. He always was very sensitive about that. And he always wanted to, you know, get an Oscar. And he should have won an Oscar for Creed. Mark Rylance beat him. And the thing is, Rylance in Bridge of Spies, better performance. Stallone is really good in Creed. The scene at like the doctor's office when he saw it makes me cry every time. It's an amazing fucking performance. Mark Rylance is one of the greatest actors alive. But like, give Stallone an Oscar. Come on. It's the last chance. He's not going to, well, he has one for writing, I think, but give him one for acting. Come on. Come on. He's so good in Creed. But the problem, why he didn't win, is the same reason Jennifer Lopez wasn't even nominated for Hustlers. At the end of the day, Oscars are voted on by people who've worked with you. And, you know, enough people, Sylvester Stallone pissed off enough people in the 80s. He's actually really good in First Blood. You know what else he's really good in? Copland. He's a good actor. Also, he's playing Andrew Tate. A lot of people don't know that. He's in a suit. He's in a Gollum suit.
You need CPR? And everyone's looking at me, who knows CPR? Help him. No. Why? Thank you.
Some child is outside enjoying.
So it's Mr. Money Tate, Cobra Tate. I think, did you like The Expendables? It was okay. I haven't seen it since it came out, whatever, close to 20 years ago. It's kind of fun for what it was. I didn't follow any of the sequels and shit. So a big part of, I think, the Andrew Tate business model, he does this Hustlers University thing, and he will, you know, get all these young men in there, and he'll be like, you have to go create TikTok and, you know, Instagram and all that other shit. You have to create different accounts and spread my word through it. But the thing is, and that obviously worked really, really great because it was able to circumnavigate all of these different sites and their security measures to avoid botting. But we've seen now the bots are better at it. And now you can just get a robot to come out and, you know, tell everyone that the band Geese, not to be confused with the band Goose, is great, or that they should vote for Donald Trump. So Andrew Tate's kind of, you know, he's kind of old news. But that was a brilliant idea he had to get all the young men to spread the news. Mr. Money Tate, Cobra Tate, Tate's an icon, all that shit. He, you know, brilliant marketer.
Their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children. Anyway, you're all losers. We've discussed this before. I'm the king of the world. There's no power.
There's no power in sushi. That's as my grandma always used to say. Yeah, I'd imagine that's what the Hustlers University thing is. It's just him telling young men that they suck, which, to be fair, they do. That's the problem. Do you think the guy who died at the Goose concert was part of the psyop to make Goose a household name? So again, I cannot stress this enough. That was Goose. All right. They're a jam band. The band that did the psyop to get everyone to like them is Geese. All right. Goose is the jam band that killed the guy. I don't know if you can really say they killed him. He fell off, you know, Madison Square Garden. But like, you know, give them credit. They killed the guy. All right. Slayer, you think you're fucking cool? You ever kill a guy? Goose, Geese. Very, very different. So young men need a daddy figure so badly, and they have such low self-esteem, and they're kind of gullible and stupid. So like, I'm laughing at this. I think it's very, very funny. I don't think this would have even worked when I was like 13, and I was not a particularly bright 13-year-old, but I think it would work for a lot of 13-year-old boys. You're a piece of shit. I know I fucking am. At least Jordan Peterson told them to like make their bed, you know?
And sushi. The whole point of food and water, or food and liquids, are the only things you put in your body. Unless you're
a fucking freak. Okay, let's see how he continues this.
Fucking freak, and you're sticking things places they shouldn't go. 100 people are...
Well, honestly, what if Andrew Tate got his prostate stimulated one time and he goes, I give it all up. I'm done. Your path to freedom is the name of this TikTok.
Random who last had sushi for dinner, and 100 people at random who last had T-bone steaks for dinner. And you got these 200 people, 100 on each side, and they had a fight in the middle to the death. Who the fuck do you think's going to win?
Well, the viewing public who watches it. This is the thing. He's like yelling about liberals, and now he's yelling about like sushi. And it's like sushi with Du Bois, first off. But these are legitimately like 30-year-old culture war grievances. Who fucking talks about vegan shit anymore? Now all the Nazis are like, you have to drink raw milk or else your dick falls off.
A whole bunch of hippie liberal California losers.
I think I'll perform better after a light sushi dinner than a heavy ass steak in my gut. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. That's first, I want to do this experiment. Find 100 people who last had sushi, but we're not allowed to get any Japanese people. All right. They're too fierce. And then 100 people who had T-bone steaks, but we're not allowed to get any Argentinian people. They just lost the World Cup. Buenos Aires is probably still on fire.
Heroes with their big ass steaks. The fuck is wrong with you? What kind of full-grown adult deliberately, not on accident, deliberately eats sushi? You go on a date with a chick. Oh, I'll have the sushi, please. Get the little chopsticks out. Dipping it in.
I'll have the sushi, please. I like that it's like a restaurant. They have everything, but they have sushi on the menu. What kind of sushi? Just the sushi. Okay.
In the sauce. What is wrong? Full-grown man. He looked normal, looked like a normal dude. And we're going through the menu, and he sits there, and he says, I think I'll try the sushi. What kind of full-grown adult deliberately, not on accident, deliberately eats sushi? You go on a date with a chick.
We already saw this one. I have deliberately eaten sushi.
Dipping it in the
sauce. Did he do? That is true. He did kind of do a British accent. It's like when you make a copy of a copy. It's not good.
I know you said money isn't real, but I am getting fucked.
Sorry to hear that, man. Scholar Tate is this one. Just throw hundreds of dollars in bills at him.
$5 million when you're young is much better than having billions when you're 17. What the?
I don't really know if that's true, but regardless, yeah, I mean, it would be good to have $5 million. I would like that. He thinks about other men a lot, seemingly constantly. I like that very stupid advice. Having $5 million when you're young is better than having billions of dollars when you're 70. Okay, I'll take either configuration. All right. Maybe that would be better. You know, everyone says, man, it would be better to have $500 million when you're 25 than to have $1 billion when you're 32. I overdrafted my bank account buying a Subway sandwich, motherfucker.
What are you gonna do with money when you're old? Your dick doesn't. You're tired. You don't.
First off, when my dick stops working, I'm going to be way better with my money. Not like paying women to have sex with me. You know, thought about it. Not that, but just like, you know, I won't be I feel like if my dick didn't work, I wouldn't buy so many Blu-rays. I can't exactly, you know, figure out the connection between those two things. Coney? He's wearing a Coney shirt. Okay.
I want to go places. You're decrepit. You're slow. There's nothing left to do with that age.
Bro, I need a mask. There's Corona. Please, Corona. I'm so scared. Oh, no.
Me too,
Quickly,
please.
oh my God. The disease that hurts
Thank you.
everybody. Oh my God, please.
Close one.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I was so worried. I was so...
A lot of people ask me, Andrew, why do you have a machete next to you?
Where the fuck he is.
And my answer is simple. Why wouldn't I have a machete next to my bed? Why?
That is always a good answer to any question. Paying women for sex, aka marriage. Am I right, fellas? Hell yeah. Booyah! I do pay for marriage. Yeah. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I would like to extend the marriage one more day. Here's $5. Anytime someone asks you a question, you can just go, well, why wouldn't I be doing that? Sir, why are you jacking off on a public bus? Why wouldn't I be jacking off on a public bus? Oh, because it's illegal. Oh, shit. Yeah. I hadn't thought about that. Good call.
Hey, don't you have a machete next to your bed?
Oh, that's a good point. Because this is an interesting fact, I'm not retarded.
Like, what if someone gets in the house, gets fresh? Yeah, someone knocks on my door in the middle of the night. I have to go answer the door, just instantly pick up my machete. And people are, yeah, but that's weird. It's really not weird. I think ahead, motherfucker. I have a machete next to my bed. In fact, there's at least one, depending on the room, between 1 and 3 machetes hidden in every single room in my house, even bathrooms. Any room I'm in my house, I can.
That's a KA bar. That's absolutely true. I'm going to call bullshit on that. I don't think you have a machete in every room of your house. I think you're making that up, Andrew.
Produce a weapon. And if you can't do the same thing, you need to think long and hard about why you're such a little pussy.
Okay. So that's Andrew Tate. We love him.
Give me a big fat cigar.
Now, he was recently arrested, I think, for raping a lot of women and then trafficking them, or just the various things that, you know, people are arrested for. And Andrew Tate's lawyer appeared on the Patrick Bet David podcast. Let's see what we got going on. First off,
criminal charges.
Why is Patrick Bet David? I've seen some other clips lately where he seems to be recording. Is he on vacation or something? What's going on? Why is he not in the bank vault? That's a good point. He would have a Glock in every room of his house. And if he was really thinking ahead, he'd have a Glock in his mouth. All right, let's go to the beginning of this thing. Are we not getting the theme song? Right now? No, I want the fucking theme song, okay? Did you ever think you would make it? I think it's got to be a full video. This one. All right, give me the theme song.
Adam, what's your point?
I like how they put Charlie Kirk in there. Okay, that's a bit much. I like how the opening of this thing is him telling Adam to shut the fuck up.
Sure looks bright.
Handshake is better than anything I ever saw. It's right here.
You are a one-of-one.
That was Andrew Tate. That's Donald Trump. No, this is. I want the full theme song.
Okay.
Just a second, by the way.
Did you ever think you would make it?
Adam, what's your point? The future
Adam
looks bright.
Handshake is better than anything I ever saw. It's right here.
The Rock. Okay, Andrew Tate was there in Florida. I believe that's where he was arrested. So I think he's arrested and extradited back to the United Kingdom. As a matter of fact, let's go back to this right here. All right, but his lawyer, Andrew Tate's lawyer, damn it, why are you being annoying? Well, he gave an interview with Patrick Bet David where I think they're trying to make this into some sort of culture war thing. This is a political hit job, they're saying. It's important to note that when Andrew Tate flew to Florida, I don't know if he expected Ron DeSantis to have his back, but Ron DeSantis was like, no, I don't welcome him here. We don't. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate, who no one gives a shit about, they might be the only people too toxic for the current GOP. GOP doesn't really like them. So they're desperately trying to spin a culture war. This is the media making up him doing a bunch of rapes or whatever the fuck it is. And I don't know if that's going to work in the court of law, but maybe.
For you,
let's see what old PBD has to say.
Now with Tate brothers. Okay, so we have Andrew and Tristan Tate's lawyer here with us, Joe McBride. Joe, thanks for making the time for being on here with us. I know the crew's going to try to show the video so the audience can see it. Hey, Joe, can you hear us and see us?
Yes, I can hear you and see you. It's good.
So again, you can do all of these tests beforehand. You don't need to do this on air. You can check how this all works beforehand.
To see you, and thanks for having me here.
Of course, anytime. So we got the report. We saw the video. We saw Andrew wearing that beautiful purple shirt that he had on when the U.S. Marshals walked up towards him. And then all of a sudden, we saw the numbers coming out saying he is being...
Okay, let's look that up. Andrew Tate arrest video. I don't want AI. This is Al Jazeera. Were arrested in Miami, Florida. The arrest came after UK prosecutors brought 38 new charges related to rape and sex trafficking, bringing the total up to 59. So it means they had 21 before, if my math is correct. Yeah, that is the gayest color. What he's wearing there is very gay. This was Miami, Florida, United States of America. What is the drip? Bro, buy some socks. Don't you have a bunch that is literally a woman's outfit? All right. He was trafficking young girls in Romania, and you think he's going to be worried about gun laws? That is a great point. Yeah, I buy pants that fit you. Don't you have a lot of money? Ask for a loan from your friend Patrick Bet David. Sound. That's true.
Anything to say?
Okay. So exciting stuff happening with Andrew Tate. but it's a political hit job, obviously. He's probably going to say something about like the Democrats, even though obviously Andrew Tate was arrested by the United Kingdom authorities. I believe he is a citizen of the United. I mean, he's probably a dual citizen like myself. But the point is, I think, you know, he is being arrested, extradited. He's being prosecuted in the United Kingdom. This is not America. His brother is dressed like a rabbi. It would not be. So that's the next. Oh my God. There is a non-zero chance that Andrew and Tristan Tate are going to be like, we have converted. Benjamin Netanyahu, please get us out of prison. Netanyahu might do it.
Facing with 42 new charges himself. Tristan 17, 59 criminal charges. And we saw that. The question I wanted to ask you is for U.S. Marshals to come. We know Andrew made some strong remarks towards the Governor DeSantis last time he was on with us, and there's not a relationship there. There's not a support there. Whether it's
okay, so they're all in. Wait, so are they doing renovate? Oh, I guess you guys can't see this because I'm in the way. Let me move myself out of the way. No, not that. Shut the fuck up. This out of the way. The PBD boys, they're just like in Patrick's den or something. Andrew's going to say he is trans. Hilarious. Really into it. Are they renovating the studio? And also, I like that when they record at Patrick Bet David house, no Adam. Adam is not invited. Vinny, Tom. Of course, Tom's going to be there. Of course, Tom's going to be there. Adam, shut the fuck up.
The governor or Huthmeyer, but and even Huthmeyer, I think James Huthmeyer made a comment on Twitter about it as well. But this is U.S. Marshals. So for this to happen, is this a federal thing that's working with UK to help get Tates, or is it a state thing?
Oh, it's a federal.
That was a very long question. I don't know whether to do anything. So it's a federal thing, and keep in mind, the federation is the United Kingdom. He is truly a very stupid person, but he has that salesman ability to just kind of talk. I have that a little bit too. It's an important skill to have in the bullshitting with people fucking arena, where you just keep that sentence should have been like, is this federal or state? Okay. It took Patrick David like 45 seconds. Or like a minute 14. It took him like over a minute to ask that fucking question. So this guy's going to say it's federal because he wants to imply whatever. It's a 13 colonies thing. I get, yeah, that's when they're getting him back. Honestly, United Kingdom, you got to deal with him. Okay. Sorry. We got enough assholes over here. You take him.
So anytime you have an extradition warrant going to an international country, it's exclusively going to be
an extradition warrant going to an international country. Okay. As opposed to a national country.
held within federal jurisdiction. That's just the way it works as a matter of law. Now, typically in these situations, when you have an ongoing relationship, for instance, a year or two ago when the guys first arrived here, there was this big announcement. DeSantis got on stage and talked about Andrew and Tristan as if they were not American citizens. They had egg on their face afterwards. But I reached out.
Are they not? They're American citizens, right? Is Andrew Tate black? Is an Andrew Tate an American citizen? Yeah, he holds dual citizenship, is both U.S. and British, having been born in the United States and spent most of his upbringing in England. Raised in the U.S., then moved to Luton, England, following his parents' divorce. Huh, interesting. They spent most of their young adult life in the English town of Luton, Bedfordshire. And I think he mostly fought in... So he is an American citizen. DeSantis didn't kick him out, but DeSantis was like, fuck this guy.
To the statewide prosecutor's office, I said, here, I'm available. I've worked with him over time. There was a criminal investigation that we dispensed with. And I said, hey, listen, if you ever get into a situation where you want the guys, or if there's a warrant and they need to surrender themselves, just let me know. Everybody knows. You just come to me, you let me know. They're not running from anything. They're two of the most famous guys in the world. We'll surrender. We'll come in. It'll be nice. It'll be quiet. It'll be easy. So what happened was a dog and pony show.
Oh, shit. Where did my chat just go?
They set these guys up to make it look like the worst possible PR stunt in the world. When they were arrested by the marshals, the marshals did their job.
That's weird.
They were professional. They were courteous. They rolled up on the scene a hard body, but that's what they do. They didn't take Andrew and Tristan's phones. They didn't take their electronics. Andrew had $2 million worth of jewelry around his neck. He was able to give it to one of his friends. They conducted.
Oh, there we go. Now it's back. I don't know.
It is the people behind the scenes who.
How do you expect him more to sound? He kind of sounds like I would expect Maybe a little bit more fucking Brooklyn over here. Maybe we do a little more fucking Brooklyn over here. What's the deal? Forget about it. Good fellas.
Set this up. It is the people behind the scenes who gave the media and the cameras. Why were there cameras there? How did everybody know? Because this only happens when it's a stitch-up job. This only happens when they're trying to use the process as the punishment. So to your question, Pat, the marshals being involved is standing.
I'm just going to say this. This guy really seems like the Patrick Bet-David of lawyers. I'm just going to say that. He seems like the kind of guy that, you know, other fucking slip and fall Saul Goodman ass motherfuckers are like, I don't know, he's a little scummy for my taste.
Operating procedure, but the way it went down is anything but.
So some people are saying that, you know, the president's been.
What's Tom doing? You guys can't see Tom. I'm covering Tom. Oh my God. Tom in the corner. I'm a big fan. He just seems to be looking at his phone. Okay.
Fairly friendly with Tate. Their son, you know, the administration's been fairly fair with them. But some are saying in this specific case, Marco Rubio doesn't share the same position as others do. Well, what do you say? Do you have the impression that Marco's behind this, or this has nothing to do with Marco? I saw the conversations. I saw the questions being asked. I saw on.
This is so fascinating. Like, reading between the lines here, Patrick Bet-David's willing to throw anybody under the bus. He doesn't give a shit. He is completely a grifter as well, much like Andrew Tate. So when he's trying to say, is it Marco here? He throwing Marco under the bus. He was kind of throwing Ron DeSantis under the bus a little bit. You got to see where the wins. I don't think Patrick Bet-David is stupid in this way. He's dumb in some ways, but I do think he's crafty. All right. And the shaking winds of the Republican Party, obviously going into 2028 and an election that presumably Donald Trump won't run for another nomination. We'll see. But everyone's saying JD Vance or Marco Rubio. He's not saying JD's name, but he's saying, is this Marco Rubio's doing? Is he in the JD camp? Is that why he's trying to? I don't know. It's an interesting question. And again, it was not Marco Rubio. I don't fucking think it was, at least, given how, again, this is the United Kingdom. This is not like, you know, an American thing.
Line was also saying maybe this is Marco's hand behind us saying, let's go get him. What do you say about that? I saw the conversations. I saw the questions being asked. I saw online was also saying maybe this is Marco's hand behind us saying, let's go get him. What do you say about that?
So I'm going to be real careful about what I say here, and I just want to tell you why. We have two sort of tracks here that are sequential and independent from each other. So there's the bail proceeding and the bond proceeding that we're going to litigate right here locally in Miami. We brought on a local team, Black and Serebnik, to help us with that. They're heavy hitters over here. And what I can say about that bail proceeding.
So I got to say, what race is this guy? What's his deal? He looks kind of Asian, kind of Hispanic, good bald head, much better bald head than Andrew Tate.
Is very limited according to the local rules and according to the federal rules. But what I can say is that there's a subsequent approach to the executive
Asian
branch
eyes.
where if that
I didn't want to
doesn't
say
work
it.
out, the appellate
Thank you
process
for taking
doesn't
that
work out,
bullet
we
for
get
us
to
over with a
go
shotgun.
to the Secretary of State, who of course is Marco Rubio. So when you hear me talking about the politics, you hear me talking about this as a stitch-up job, you hear me talking about the unfairness of it, it's a witch hunt.
I like the term stitch-up job. I got to use that more.
They've beaten criminal charges all over the place, and they're taking them to the United Kingdom, where they're not going to.
Yeah, he does seem kind of Pacific
that is
Islander.
First Amendment public advocacy.
Well, that's what you were getting at. You think he'd do?
Speech on behalf of my clients.
I was about to do a Chinese guy voice and immediately get canceled so hard.
Process, not the current one. The current one has to play out in order for me to make sure that if we get to that point where I need to advocate to the Secretary of State, I've already been doing it for a while.
Okay, this is
so
really boring.
Now is,
I do not care about this, and this is so boring. Let's see what the comments are. If they actually did human trafficking, they'd be free. Our government and other world leaders love human traffickers and pedophiles. Well, not wrong. Treating the Tate brothers like some sort of martyrs is comedy. I would very much agree with that. Very good interview with Andrew and Jack Neal. I won't be watching that. You're clearly trying to promote that. These public takedowns, similar to what they did with Whistling Diesel, is just they spelled despicable wrong. What's a Whistling Diesel? Oh, okay. All right. So this was just to get me to Google Whistling Diesel, and it won. Are you tired of clicking on deceivingly clickbaited video only be someone me too? That's why I never waste time uploading a stupid, boring video. Whistling Diesel Cybertruck durability test. Yeah, so this was just to get me to Google Whistling Diesel. And it worked. So congrats. You mean Vin? No, it's your bottom G mentality. Hell yeah. The system is self-healing. It always takes down people that... What narrative was Andrew Tate? Oh, so you know Whistling Diesel. Whistling Diesel's real. This is a real thing. This is not Whistling Diesel arrested. YouTuber Whistling Diesel, whose real name is Cody Detweiler, was arrested in Tennessee on felony tax evasion charges tied to out-of-state vehicle registrations. Yeah, no, the Matrix had to take him down. Absolutely. He was just he was just telling too many truths. Just like Andrew Tate, who was telling the hard truths about how sushi is gay. That was the big vegan lobby had to take him down. Let's sigh.
Disgraceful humans in the Tennessee Department of Revenue. They sent an entire team of police officers to the Nashville airport. I don't want other people to get treated like this. I would recommend moving out of this state. All right.
Yeah, okay. I would also recommend moving out of Tennessee.
Well, this would be a lot of fun. As you can tell, I look terrible right now. I've been extraordinarily sick for 7 days because they left me in the jail with no towel or blanket or anything to cover myself up. I was super sick, and I told them that, and they refused to help me. So might be going after some people. Well, we are. But I wanted to make this update video because I was arrested again at the Nashville airport upon arriving to America. I was gone for a little while, and my legal team told me, they informed me that there would be a second arrest to take me to jail.
Yeah, you got to pay your fucking taxes, bro. That's the one thing you don't... 4 million views. What does this guy do? Cybertruck durability test. This has 38 million views. Okay, so he just kind of like runs cars into things. Okay, well, I mean, honestly, that's better than most fucking YouTube videos I see. Yeah, you got to pay tax. They're trying to silence me. Oh, hell yes.
Okay, I am making this video to discuss 2 major updates regarding the reason
I think in order to purchase a cowboy hat like this, you should legally be required to lasso something. If you can't lasso something, you don't get the hat.
Was arrested by 5 police officers at my front door and jailed several days ago. So
my front door and you were in... Okay, I think you said that wrong. It's a cool little retro camera he has back there, though.
Oh, obviously, this was a big surprise to me. I had no clue what any of this was for, as I said in my last video. And I made that video as an update to give you guys transparency. Obviously, my mugshot was on the internet. I've never been arrested before. I have a clean criminal record.
I think that hat is his
I think
merch.
The public deserves to know why.
There's a whole world out there that like old people like me don't know about. I've never heard of Whistling Diesel. This is not, you know, they came in my back door and my front door at the same time. Well, don't get too excited, Whistling Diesel.
Right? That is something that you would think would be deserved, the freedom of speech. That's why it was quite...
Okay. I agree that having to pay taxes on your stupid cars is definitely a violation of your freedom of speech. God damn. This has become such a big brain move. Cody we do not call him Cody, all right? Show some respect to Mr. Diesel, all right? This has been such a move. I don't know if Elon Musk was the first guy to do it. There are probably other examples, but he was the one. Remember when he tweeted out, hey, if any sexual harassment things come out about me, it's because I'm Republican now. I've converted to being a Republican, and so if anyone, you know, claims that maybe I jacked off in their face or whatever the fuck he was accused of, it's actually because I'm Republican. It's just a big thing to like, I mean, obviously it goes back to the Donald Trump thing. If you just whine repeatedly about how you're being treated unfairly, people will have some degree of sympathy. Human beings have a built-in like level of sympathy. If you go, I'm being oppressed. If someone's like the first time, maybe at this point, you have to be really stupid to not immediately go, okay, that's what everybody says. But thankfully for this guy, Americans are so fucking stupid. God damn, what a dumb country I live in.
Quite surprising to me that after making that video, I got not only this investigative report related to the tax evasion, the alleged tax evasion, but also a gag order to stop talking about it.
Well, you can't fucking talk about like court cases going on. Why? What is your point of how they're trying to silence you? Like, so you don't expose the truth of how you can crash? Well, I don't know if my tax dollars paid for it. I don't fucking know. I was right here. There's a pretty well-known vehicle tax loophole. If you bought your vehicle in Montana and formed an LLC in Montana, you got out of paying taxes on the vehicle. Is that true? Oh. All right, let's see the so the Cybertruck durability test is like, okay, well, that was not real. This is probably just like Elon, you know, loved it or something. Because it said Cybertrucks are really cool.
As durable as Elon says they are? Let's find out.
Good bit. I mean, again, I think it's stupid to do this whiny, woe is me, I'm getting persecuted thing. I do think that just crashing cars into walls is good YouTube content. It's better than most of the shit on this fucking platform. I mean, this is like much higher production values than like PBD or something. And I'm on Whistle and Diesel's side. Whistle and Diesel and Andrew Tate. Come on. Really, how he started.
Waiting a very long time.
Before he had a bunch of money, did he just crash like a shitty used camera or something like that? And he's like, I gotta make money off. He's the Mr. Beast of car content. I've never seen a Mr. Beast video in my life, and I probably never will. I know, at least I know who Mr. Beast is. I've heard the name.
Time for this. 5 years, actually.
But what's fascinating about Mr. Beast is like Amazon Prime tried to give him like a real show, and no one watched it because he's not actually engaging or charismatic, you know? But he sat around. He dropped out of college and just sat around and played with the YouTube algorithm for like hours and hours and hours and fucking days and days and figured out how to optimize it. And that's how everyone started watching his videos, just because it was on the front page of YouTube. The thing is, people for a long time were like, oh, we're not going to have gatekeepers in entertainment anymore. Everything's going to be democratic. And it's not democratic. It's just whoever can hack a stupid fucking algorithm. We need to bring gatekeepers back. They were good. You know? We need to stop just letting any asshole have a YouTube channel. Bring back the gatekeepers.
Today is that day.
Okay. What's he gonna do here? This is a big video.
Drink. There's no tobacco, no nicotine. It has 6 extra vitamins and minerals as well, so you can stay energized.
Okay, so is he selling? Well, he said there's no nicotine, but let's call them nicotine pouches that are vitamins, because that rules. That is a great sponsor for this.
Well, before we get some air here, let's pop an LFGO. I've actually been using that stuff. It's amazing. 200 milligrams of caffeine per pouch. I'm a really health conscious person, and I don't like drinking energy drinks and getting a ton of sugar for no reason, but I don't like the taste of a sugar-free energy drink. This LFGO has more caffeine per pouch than 2 cups of coffee or an energy drink. There's no tobacco, no nicotine. It has 6 extra vitamins and minerals as well, so you can stay energized in a healthy way throughout the day without getting a sugar high. So if you want to stay energized efficiently, pop an LFGO.
Yeah.
So raw. The other landing was deadly. F-150. Okay. A black screen. I didn't even see these. Gosh. There's emergency buttons for shifting up here. They do work, but it's like 5% power. I can restart the touchscreen if it's unresponsive or demonstrates unusual behavior. Shift into park, and then I'm gonna hold down both scroll buttons until the touchscreen turns black. Oh, they're so hot. They're burning hot. They're scalding hot. I wait approximately 30 seconds.
Okay.
Why is it so hot? I think
I want to see him destroy him. I don't give a shit.
Open it. I said open it. Open the
Okay. Stop yelling at me.
It's fine. That's not better.
Oh, that's cool. They blow it up or something? I already saw this. I want to see him blow it up.
Surely this is more durable than this. Let's say you're shopping and someone snuck a pound of C4 under your tailgate. Would you be fine?
I'm always wondering that. A pound of C4 is quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. Because Cybertruck was kind of sold at some point as like, you know, the race war is coming. You're going to need this when all the bleeps and the bleeps come and try to, you know, do hip hop style basketball moves on your car. So they really, you know, like the security. Maybe they are really secure. I don't know. They look like shit.
It's smoking.
Even if I like agreed with the company that was making them, I wouldn't want to get one because they're so fucking ugly.
It doesn't work. Now we're gonna try it on a real truck, because that should be able to handle it, right? Oh, no. That didn't look good at all. Parts went everywhere. Oh.
Honestly, I kind of like this whistling diesel guy. It's a little boring. It's not the kind of content I'm into. But, bro, you are so lucky. You are so lucky to make your living just blowing cars up. Pay your goddamn taxes.